This isn't a bad game. This also isn't a bad game. Their stories? Debatable.
Now, a key issue with these games is this. Their narratives only, and I mean only, exist to serve the gameplay. This isn't ideal, as gameplay and story should complement each other. When one outweighs the other, it throws the balance off. For instance, if there's too much freedom, you'll find that the story may falter in like direction. On the flip side, if the story becomes too complex, you risk neutering the freedom these games allow. Breath of the Wild, and by extension Tears of the Kingdom, have stories that are far too simple because the developers are obsessed with open-ended game design. They have chosen freedom over narrative depth, seemingly forgetting that having inhibitors, limits and boundaries that tell the player no isn't always a bad thing.
And that by doing so, you might find that the balance between freedom and story becomes much easier to achieve.
When you insist on your game boiling down to complete these 4 main objectives in any order before facing the final boss without any meaningful constraints, how can you effectively tell a story that isn't non-existent or forgettable? Stonewalled behind memories, flashbacks, side quests, and shallow exposition. It makes you wish we'd scale back the ambition and the ego, returning to a smaller Hyrule with a richer story and a more diverse range of content. One that doesn't limit character interaction or dynamic storytelling, allowing players to engage with the narrative on a deeper level. A game that doesn't feel the need to impress with its size, but rather with its execution. Screw Hyrule, screw the depths. I would have much preferred a game that only took place in the sky. The Sky Islands are without a doubt the best part of Tears of the Kingdom, so just imagine if the entire game took place way up there, with countless distinct islands to explore, each with its own identity, backed by a story where you journey from one Sky Island to another, gradually ascending towards a Hyrule castle high above the clouds, straight up Laputa style, instead of a few scattered islands above the same Hyrule we explored in Breath of the Wild, mind you. And that's the thing, Tears of the Kingdom is a great game with an okay story that lacks anything truly special or memorable. Just like Breath of the Wild, they turned what could have been a great story into a superficial tool merely bolstering open world exploration.